I think it is terribly shocking. We had the announcement back in January that the King was having surgery and that the Princess of Wales was having surgery. And then the King announced that they'd discovered cancer. And then we had the Duchess of York announcing she'd had skin cancer. And now we've got the Princess of Wales. And it just seems, well, staggering, really. It's such bad luck for one family. I would hope it would put the speculation to rest. In Britain, we have very strict privacy laws on health matters. And so, as we've seen in previous eras, the Queen and the Prince Philip didn't give a running commentary about their health. And so it's very unusual for both the King and the Princess of Wales to very bravely, I think, announce that they've got cancer. Obviously, they would hope the speculation ends. But in reality, it's social media, and people are often incredibly vile and troll people left, right, and centre. And I don't know what you can do about that. It's really the Wild West. They speculate and talk absolute nonsense. Well, I think you have to remember that they're all still grieving the death of the Queen and indeed the Duke of Edinburgh. And now this must be, well, beyond shocking. I mean, Prince William, his wife has cancer, his father has cancer, the Queen, her husband has cancer, the children. I mean, it must be, I know what it's like to watch someone battle cancer, and most of us do, I imagine, and it's terrible. It takes such a toll on you the whole time. So it's going to be on a personal level, it's going to be awful for the royals. And obviously on a practical level, it makes things difficult. But, Kate's been out of the public eye since January. Charles has been undertaking cancer treatment since then as well. And, the Queen is doing a sterling job, and so is William. Both her parents are still alive, and they're a very, very close family. They're always, I mean, the first paparazzi image that was taken was Kate with her mother going to pick the children up from school. They're incredibly close, Michael and Carol, to William and Kate, but also Kate's got two siblings, Pippa, who's married with children, James, who's married now with a child. So, that she's got a strong family support there, and they will be, involved and have been involved in helping her.
Actually, this was a very rare way to make an announcement like this. As we saw earlier this year, when King Charles was diagnosed with cancer, the palace released a written statement. And same when Kate came out saying that she had abdominal surgery. So the fact that we're seeing her straight on, talking to the camera, just her, in a relaxed home setting is actually a groundbreaking way for a royal to make a statement. We're not used to seeing something like this. And I think this is a direct response and reaction to the social media fervor over what she's been dealing with and all the speculation and not seeing her out and about. So I think she's decided she wanted to address this head on with no speculation about how she's doing, just her to camera and seeing her there in the flesh, making this very personal announcement, focus on herself and her family. There was a real difference between the way that both King Charles and Princess Catherine handled their diagnoses and what they were dealing with their health issues earlier this year. We saw King Charles come out outright saying that he had been diagnosed with cancer and was undergoing treatment, whereas Kate, she informed everyone about the surgery, but said she was just going to be recovering in private at her home. There's no other details. A lot of that stems for her wish for privacy. We know that William in particular is very protective over Kate and his family, and their privacy is a most concern for him. So they wouldn't want to reveal too much. And a lot of that has to do with the fact that they do have young children. George is just 10, and then Charlotte 8, and Louis about to turn 6. So they're very small children, and they would want to protect them as well. And part of that is not having a lot of personal information out there about what their mother is dealing with. It's clear that they wanted to take some of this time to find out the right way to tell them and the right timing of it too. It's no coincidence that she released that statement today. Today happens to be the last school day for the kids before they're on break for Easter, for spring holiday. So they would want them out of school, so they wouldn't be hearing a lot of things as the news is out there, and they can take this time privately as a family and manage it.
When it comes your way, close your eyes.
Why do I get? It's getting pink, mine. Look.
Yeah, it's like getting warm.
That.
Yeah.
As we've seen with Charles as well, he hasn't shared the type of cancer he has, and Kate is not sharing that either. She has a desire to protect that medical information, whether that is also to protect her children, and for speculation getting out there, and to control it as much as possible. But also it's a very private detail, and there is precedence of this within the royal family. In fact, they may feel that they're being more forthcoming than ever, because there is a history there where, if you look back to King George, Queen Elizabeth's father, the public didn't even know he had cancer until after he died.
The binoculars are really coming into their own now.
And we know that Kate is staying informed in a lot of her initiatives and things she's working on, certainly with her, with the Royal Foundation she shares with William, with a lot of her work with early childhood development. She's staying abreast of all of that. They're sharing notes with her of what's going on, and she's tapping in as much as she can, but she is taking a step back, and she won't be seen out in public. So that does mean that a lot of things that she had lined up this year, she and William had a planned trip for Rome overseas, won't be happening. And also this affects William's duties as well. He will be taking some time, obviously, over the next few weeks at the very least, which they already would have during the kids' spring break, but just to take some time to focus on the family. We know that during her initial surgery and that recovery, William was incredibly hands-on and with the children, with the school runs, picking them up and dropping them off from school, and making sure things would stay as normal as possible at home. And that's now going to continue. But William also, as a Prince of Wales, has an important duty, and with his father, the monarch, sidelined right now, it's going to be a tricky balance for him, and a lot to juggle. But I think that there's going to be a lot of support for him, and understanding and consideration from the public of what he's dealing with. And I think that there's so many families out there that have loved ones going through cancer, and that they will be very understanding of them wanting to take this time, especially knowing that it's such a young family. It's during a time like this that it really magnifies the absence of Prince Harry and Duchess Meghan, and how they would have been such key members of the family during a time like this. And as we know, King Charles really wanted to have a slimmed down monarchy when he took on the throne, but he never could have anticipated it slimming down to where it is now. And so they'll really be feeling that the absence of the two of them right now.